Many MMA fighters appeared in the Pride Fighting Championships, and many legends were created there. But there are some that just weren't cut out for it. Hi, I'm the most dangerous man alive today, and this is the top 10 one-and-done fighters of the Pride Fighting Championships. Number 10. Isamu Karahara. The Incredible Force, also known as Tachikari, only graced the Pride ring at the 2000 Grand Prix opening rounds. Isamu can only be fully described by making a loud booming sound with your mouth, which is why he has lightning bolts on his wrestling singlet. Isamu was reportedly so concerned with killing Gary Goodridge with a single punch, who was his opponent at the event, that he let Gary Goodridge pummel him into submission. Afterwards, when asked, "Why did you hold back?" Osamu replied, "I didn't want to become known as the only Japanese man to ever kill a black man." Number 9. Nathaniel Jones. This powerhouse of a man only fought at Pride 1 against Koji Kondo and was very realistically put into a Kimura where he tapped out. He's an odd guy, reportedly. The first thing he always says in conversation is, "Oi, call me Natty J." He's also apparently a well-known breeder of wombats in his native Australia. Wombats which have a striking resemblance to Nathan Jones. Number 8. Matt Serra. This one is a bit of a technicality. Matt was supposed to fight at Pride 9, but his opponent, Yohil de Oliveira, got exploded with fireworks as he walked out to the ring. Thus, Matt was declared the winner via horrific burns, despite never throwing a single punch or attempting one of his crazy jiu-jitsu moves. Number 7. Emanuel Yarbrough. Tiny Manny Yarbrough, God rest his soul, he lumbered into the ring at Pride 3 and kind of moved around, as his opponent, jackass Daiju Takase, mocked poor Manny and ran around him like a child. Eventually, Manny simply gave up the will to stand, and Takase, that sadistic bastard, proceeded to hammer Manny's knees until Manny gave up. Number 6. Koji Kondo. Koji Kondo was a former sumo wrestler who was banned from the sport after he broke the arm of some lady. I don't know, it's a strange story. At Pride 1, his only appearance, he fought some crazy spin-kicking dude who was repeatedly screaming, "Oi, call me Natty J." Koji, in a definitely not fixed fight finish, put a Kimura on him and won. Number 5. Oleg Tatara. Oleg had a dream to raise enough money for cancer treatment for a school of racially diverse sick kids in Bulgaria. The only catch, he had to win his fight at Pride 1, which was against Gary Goodridge.
Thing that you just said.
Amazing.
Huge right hand.
Oh my God.
Oleg is knocked out.
God.
Oleg is out. That right hand, boss, knocked him unconscious.
Number 4. Andrei Kopylov. Andrei Kopylov is a lovable gentleman, a veteran of the Fighting Network Rings organization, and a famed gorilla handler in local Turkestan carnivals. Andrei was a better stern dad than he was a fighter, and had his one and only fight in Pride at Pride 22, where he was accosted by a man named Mario Sperry. Andrei later complained that his wallet was missing from the locker room, and the only evidence left behind? A discarded Almond Joy wrapper. Number 3. The Pedro Octavio. The Pedro Octavio is one of the stupidest looking men on earth, with a personality to match. The Pedro was tricked into fighting at Pride 3, where, surprise, Mark the Brazilian Killer Kerr was unveiled via curtain in the ring as his opponent. The Pedro was never the same after this fight, and he eventually retired from fighting to become a LASIK eye surgeon in his native Brazil. Number 2. Maurice Smith. Maurice Smith, who formerly worked as a lifeguard at the Staten Island public pool, found out he liked to kick people in the head after attempting to give CPR to a drowning victim. A titan of the early days of MMA, Maurice appeared in Pride at Pride 7, where he beat up nasty man Branko Cicatich, who reportedly got oral pleasure from Anna Nicole Smith on the set of their blockbuster movie Skyscraper. And number 1, Dan Severn. What can be said about Dan Severn that hasn't been written in the pages of Hot Mountain Men of the Appalachians magazine? Dan has a mustache of legend and a grip so tight you wouldn't believe. But at Pride 1, the man of the unbreakable grip met the man of the most slipperiest body, Chemo. Chemo, who naturally produces lubricant on his skin, apparently bathed in fresh olive oil right before the fight, and thus was so slippery, Dan just couldn't hold on to him. That fight ended in a draw. Well, there you have it. That is the top 10 one-and-done fighters of the Pride FC. Did we miss anybody out? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to like, share, subscribe. This has been the most dangerous man alive today, and I'll sniff you jerks later.